Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Mario. My name is Mario DiMartino. If you're a first-time visitor, I own the Newburg Deli up on Newburg Road in Nazareth, home of the cheesesteaks. But today we got a couple great little dishes for you. You're gonna love it. It's harvest time in Pennsylvania. We got a nice little harvest time apple dessert, super quick, kids will love it. And we have a special, unique, international type sandwich. Come on back in a few minutes. I'll show you how to put them both together, less than 10 minutes apiece. Right back after this word.
As a Christian in business, you face many challenges, and one of the most important is finding others who believe like you. Finally, there is a networking group designed just for that reason, ready to agree with you in prayer and pray for your business to prosper, while helping you with qualified referrals that are ready to use your business products and services. Believers in Business was designed by local business owners just for that reason. So get ready to increase your business. Do you believe in miracles? We do. Find out more at bibnetwork.org.
Our Nazareth chapter is now open to believers who want to expand their business with other believers in our area. We meet the first and third Tuesday of the month at noon at the Hanoverville Roadhouse located at 5001 Hanoverville Road in Bethlehem. For more information, visit us online or give us a call today.
Have you ever experienced water damage inside your home or business due to a leaky pipe or a slow drip behind a wall? Be smart. Stop the leak before it happens using the latest smart app technology. With SmartFlow Pro, your all-in-one water security system, you can monitor your pressure, water temperature, water flow, and detect leaks by phone, receiving emails, texts, or push notices, and use the automated shutoff to stop every drip from wherever you are. Are you ready for 2020? Keep your home or business 100% leak-free with SmartFlow Pro.
Okay, we're back in the kitchen here with Chef Mario. Thanks for tuning in. You like apples? It's harvest time. We're here in Pennsylvania. And you know, we can make apple pie, we can make cobblers, we can do this with lettuce on it, we can make apple crisp. I got something for you that's quick, it's easy, and it's delightful. It's apple crumb type dessert. So how we're gonna do that, I've already got it all prepped out for you. There's not a lot of, boring prep work to do. We're gonna put it together in a jiffy. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna gather our ingredients. Brown sugar, all-purpose flour, white sugar, sliced apples, bowls, and cinnamon, and we got a little apple juice, some butter. Tutte cose. Everything is here, ready to go, Pennsylvania Dutch style. I love it. What kind of apples you wanna use? This is McIntosh. Makes a nice baking apple. I think a good wine sap apple would be nice this time of year, but McIntosh. This is roughly 3 apples sitting right here. Get yourself a nice little handy deep dish apple pie plate, and we'll get the show on the road. The first thing you want to do is to get one third cup of brown sugar. No matter what you do, this stuff is always hard to work with. Brown sugar, pack it real nice into a dry mixing bowl. The next thing you want to do is get a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You know how I don't measure on all my other episodes? Well, this is stuff you want to measure. A half a teaspoon, you could put a little bit more, like 3/4 of a teaspoon of obviously dry cinnamon. We're going to get a whisk. Already made a mess, I haven't even got started. We're going to get a whisk and make her nice. Watch out for that brown sugar, because sometimes they have these little crystallized pebbles of brown sugar in there. I don't know if moisture gets to it, but it turns into literally a rock pebble. Now here's one right there. Look at that, a little rock pebble. That's the last thing you want to do is get somebody with weak teeth chomping into that little rock pebble. It doesn't matter what your dessert tastes like, they're going to be offended. All right, so now what we're going to do is get those apples. We're going right into the bowl. And we're going to get kind of aggressive on mixing those apples. By the way, my hands are super clean, sterilized. There's no other way to do this. I guess you could use a spoon, but if you want to be here till tomorrow, we'll use a spoon. But we got to get this done in a few minutes, because I promised that this will be a quick episode. So we've got to spin the bowl as you're aggressively turning your apples. They look to be evenly coated with that mixture. A quick rinse here. Keep Department of Agriculture happy. Now the next thing to do is put those apples right into that bowl. Pardon me, in the pie plate. Put them around evenly. That nice little pretty product. Rinse the bowl out a little bit, unless you have another bowl handy. Unless you have another bowl real handy, which I don't. You know one thing I like about this dish? There's no there's no oats in it. And I like oats. I like oatmeal and Quaker oats and all that good stuff, but I just don't like that apple crisp with all the oats in it, and when you bite into it, it's like gritty on your teeth. And this is so subtle, so sleek, and so quick. Okay, you know, the other one that you want to do is you want a cup of white flour. This is going to be your crumb mix on the top. So it's really just like a two-step process. Make sure that's nice and level there, level it out. Okay, flour's in there. Then we're going to go to a 1/3 cup of white sugar. The recipe, you know, my grandmother used to call for like 2/3 of white sugar. I think it's overkill. I don't like stuff that's sickening sweet. Maybe you do or don't, but that's where I'm going. I'm going with 1/3 cup of that. Butter, a chef's favorite, a baker's favorite. It's got to be room temperature. So if I didn't tell you the night before, you should have emailed me. You should have this sitting out the night before, and you got to have it nice and room temperature so she cooperates with you. The only thing you can do here, again, is a hand mixture, unless you want to put it in your blender or your machine that makes it. Now the effect that you're trying to do here is make this like a crumb mixture. It doesn't have to be super aesthetically appealing, but you're making these flakes. It's messy, I know. So this is a quick and easy dessert. It can be done. You can make it in like 10 minutes. It does take a little bit of time to bake. So I got the oven on preheat at 375. That's about the level of mixture I'm looking for. Let me wash my hands because I did forget one important step. I didn't kill the process altogether, and you got to put some liquid on those apples. In this case, I'm going to use a little bit of apple juice, domestic apple juice. Now apple cider's in season, and there wouldn't be any harm in putting some good apple cider from season right on there. Now you're going to get this crumb mixture, and you're going to delicately crumb it on there. It's almost like, I liken it to the shoe fly pie kind of mixture topping you see. You know, this area is really known for this stuff. Call it, you know, again, dumplings, shoe fly pie. And you'll see a lot of this stuff being made by the Amish or the Mennonites at various, if you're new to Pennsylvania, maybe you're from New York or New Jersey, and you know, you haven't been to Zern's Market in Gilbertsville or Leesport Auction or, you know, hometown farmers market up there in Schuylkill County, or they got them all over. And the Pennsylvania Dutch style people really got it going on with this kind of dessert. So we got that going. She is really ready for the oven. I told you that wasn't too long. So that's it, 375. You're going to need about 45 minutes on that. So let's put that in the oven, and we're going to get to part 2 of our episode. And this is the quick and easy Pennsylvania German style apple crumb, no oats, good on your teeth. Here we go. Right in the oven. I'll be back in about 1 minute to show you how to make this awesome sandwich on the complete opposite side of the world, so you can marry the two together and have fun in your kitchen. Be right back.
Have you ever experienced water damage inside your home or business due to a leaky pipe or a slow drip behind a wall? Be smart. Stop the leak before it happens using the latest smart app technology. With SmartFlow Pro, your all-in-one water security system, you can monitor your pressure, water temperature, water flow, and detect leaks by phone, receiving emails, texts, or push notices, and use the automated shutoff to stop every drip from wherever you are. Are you ready for 2020? Keep your home or business 100% leak-free with SmartFlow Pro.
Looking for the best price on a mattress? Shop Mountain Mattress. Looking for the perfect mattress that fits your body? Shop Mountain Mattress. How about a Maxi Comfort lift chair? Shop Mountain Mattress. Or a Golden Companion scooter to get you anywhere? Shop Mountain Mattress. Mountain Mattress is located at 583 Morristown Drive in Bath, PA. Mountain Mattress is where friends send friends. Always shop Mountain Mattress, where the customer is always on top.
Hi, my name is Matt Flounders, and I attended St. Michael the Archangel School. I've now gone on to the University of Pittsburgh, to study neuroscience. At this point in time, I'm a neuroimaging data analyst at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. Something that really triggered this foundation and has built up my current life, started at St. Mike's, was this inherent desire, curiosity that I have for all kinds of new things. I remember specifically in 3rd grade, I learned all about Spanish, and this was my first and earliest exposure. This is something that I think fostered an innate desire and curiosity in going forward in my career. So thank you, St. Mike's, for offering me that.
I'm Brad Baylor, owner of Baylor's Top Notch Tree Service. This is my wife, Samantha Baylor. I started my business about 10 years ago, and I didn't know much about accounting, but I knew trees. So I got myself in a little bit of trouble with the IRS. And thanks to Corvino and Verwise, they took $250,000 that I owed them, turned it into $3,500.
And by the way, going to Corvino and Verwise was my idea.
Jim Corvino here at Corvino and Verwise. We help people resolve tax problems every day.
We are back from our commercial. I want to thank RCN for sponsoring this show, and the folks at Service Electric, and my dear friend Art Cardos for being faithful in filming. This is a great show. I got a great little sandwich for you. It's quick, it's easy, it's ethnic, it's international, it's something different. You ain't going to get it in a fast food place. It's called the Abruzzi. Hey, the Abruzzi. Where'd you get that name from? Well, it's a region in Italy, and the reason I called this sandwich the Abruzzi is because it incorporates one key ingredient that you can buy in Abruzzi, which is very prolific there, and that's prosciutto, which is like a cured ham in Italian. So let's get started with that sandwich. I'm going to use a traditional ciabatta bread right here. This one's made in New York. I get this on a daily basis at the deli. It's a nice piece of bread. So what we're going to do with this here is we're going to crisp the inside first, okay? So we got this trusty grill over here. We're going to put it right on the grill so it starts to cook the inside of the bread. And we want that. So you can have one of these flat tops or even in a frying pan. You don't have to have one of these big things. I just like to show it off a little bit. It's one of my favorite tools I have. It's very thick grade cast iron. It's not something you're going to get at Target, You might have to get on the junkyard and look for one. So there we go. This is cooking on the back, a certain heat. This is cooking on the front, a certain heat. Let's get started with the ingredients. Again, key ingredient, prosciutto. I've got some roasted peppers, or you can have the long Italian hots, depending on what your tolerance is for heat. I got a mixture of this cheese here. It's a 3-cheese blend. It's not super Italian, but it's neat. It's like a cheddar, provolone, Colby, or something to that effect. Okay, we got mushrooms. You got your standard domestic mushrooms. Agarus says biporus. That's the Latin name for that mushroom, And I'll tell you, I used to live down in the Reading area, and the Giorgio factories are down there, and the mushroom plants, and that's all you smell is mushrooms. Wow, what memories that was. Ciabatta again, salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little Mario's famous olive oil from the deli, prosciutto. This is it. It's quick, it's easy. One of the cardinal sins of making the sandwiches is you want to rinse your mushrooms. That's the hardest part of this sandwich, is rinsing your mushrooms. So you want a nice little cauldron, or colander, excuse me. I have hot water. You know what's on mushrooms besides the mush? They got stuff, they grow them in dark rooms, and these big kind of lean-to buildings, and they're dark. Hear the fact that they stick people in buildings and feed them with mushroom soil, whatever, keep them in the dark. There's an old expression about people who are ignorant. Well, because there's a lot of horse stuff on them, let's just say that. And it's not horseradish, okay? So you want to get the horse stuff off it. It's not fun. And how many mushrooms you need? Hey, depends on how much you like mushrooms in your sandwich. So you want a little slice section there. This is the first thing you got to get on the grill because they take a little while to render down. This whole sandwich should take you no more than about 8 minutes on a properly heated grill. That looks like enough mushrooms. I might mushroom someone to death. Back here, we're going to put a little bit of lubricant, olive oil, cooking up pretty good there. It might be a little too hot, but let's see what it does. Mushrooms are cooking down now. Back to the drawing board. Now the prosciutto. This is one I carved off at the deli this morning. I ran down real quick because I don't have a slicer here. It comes in a big a big ham hock, if you will. And you want to cut it as thin as possible. My blade wasn't super super sharp at the deli, so I got pieces there a little on the thicker side. But this is really how you want it. You want it fino, prosciutto fino, thin prosciutto like this. It just tastes better. When you have a thicker piece of meat, people think you're getting more for your money. No, you're overdoing it. You're clogging your arteries up and you're working too hard with your jaw. This is what you want right here. Fino, thin stuff, okay? So as the mushrooms work, we can kind of flip them over, flip them around. Next thing you want to do is you're probably going to put the prosciutto on. No, I'm wrong. This is the one. In this case, I'm going to keep it Medigan style, meaning non-hot. You know, don't take offense to that word Medigan. It just means non-Italian. You know, it means American, but it's a dialect corruption. All right, so you've got this little mixture going here. It's warming up those already cooked roasted peppers. You can roast your own peppers. These come from a jar. Hey, life is too short, you know. So we're cooking that down. The next thing you want to do is put on the prosciutto. How much you want to put on? Look at that. That's getting toasty. Look at that. See that? That's what you want. I want to put that aside. We don't want to toast it too much. Now we're going to get the prosciutto. Like that. Not a lot. You don't want a pound of prosciutto. Maybe that, and that's about the balance you're looking for. Let that render down a little bit more. Turn this to the low. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to get the bread. Actually, we'll let that render a little bit. And you don't want to make this super hard. You know, this is like a panini. You know, in Italian, the word panini means little bread. And then a panino is a stuffed bread. So in essence, we're stuffing our bread here. And that's where they get that term from. You can make a panini out of anything. I mean, they got Spanish paninis, Mexican paninis. You know, you can put mortadella in a panini. You could put a chicken panini. You know, I make a barbecue chicken panini, a buffalo chicken panini. So that's kind of cooking down. It takes a few minutes to get the mushrooms into the savory mode. And once we do that, we're going to flip over here. And once we flip that, it's going to cook the prosciutto just a little bit. And that's what you want. You don't want, in a panini, you want the ingredients to be warm at least. You don't want bite on the exterior of a panini that's crispy and it's warm, and then as soon as you get in the inside, you've got a contrast of temperatures. You don't want that. You know, that's why I'm not a big fan of some of these panini, you know, machines, because people in fast food, they don't allow the machine to do its job, and the machine doesn't heat the internals well. Then they put it in a microwave, and that just kills everything. So we're not doing that. We're doing that old school style here. We can almost flip now if we want. This seems to be a little, I should have had two spatulas. It seems to be a little hotter down here. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it seems to be cooking a little faster down here. I want it where the mushrooms start to sweat. Not fully cooked, but sweat. Now it's ready. See, even the prosciutto is cooking on the top via the steam that's evaporating. So we're gonna do a little flip on it where now we're into the stir fry business. Anyway, you get the idea. So we're cooking like that. In the meantime, we're gonna put the panini on its backside, if you will, and then we're gonna infuse that olive oil into the bread ×2. You see that? Nice. Don't be bashful with the oil. It's really gonna make the sandwich. And then we're gonna SPG the bread, a little bit of salt, a pinch of the Italian cologne here, garlic powder. That keeps the vampires away. There we go. A little bit of black pepper, nothing crazy. A little bit of black pepper. There we go. Now we're going for the melted cheese. You could put gorgonzola cheese on it. You could go mozzarella. You could put Wisconsin cheddar. Whatever floats your boat and keeps you in the game and make you feel like you're original. But this is my sandwich. I'm sure somebody's made a version of it somewhere. but it's called the Abruzzi. My great-grandfather was born in Abruzzo, Italy, in 1884, believe it or not. And I always resonate with things from Abruzzo, So that's where that comes from. And eventually, what you could do is if you wanted to be aggressive on getting the cheese to melt quicker, if you think your ingredients are already up to par, then you could do a little steam action. Look at that. Ooh. You can use a lid with a handle if you feel like you're going to burn yourself. In this case, I just put my hands on. I have asbestos hands. After years of work in the kitchen and working on cars, I like to play with hot stuff and welders, and my hands are like asbestos, So I bet you, and now it's just about done. See that? That's where you want. Now we're going to get this deal here, and we're going to try to transfer the entire enchilada right on there. Look at that, folks. That's kind of how you want it. You're going to have a little residual there. We'll clean up this because, people are looking at us and they're wondering. So now we're going to get that crust like that. Bring it back to the hot spot, and then we're going to bring the hammer. There we go. Smash it. Just a little press. LP, old Dutch friend of mine, Bob Hummel. He was 88 years old. He used to teach me to do woodworking out in Berks County, and we were shaving a door one day with the plane, and he said, Mario, put some LP on it. I said, LP, is that like a liquid or something? And he said, no, it stands for light pressure. I said, okay, always stuck with me, LP, light pressure. So now you got one side going. You don't need it a long time because the bread is already crusted up a little bit. You can flip it that way. You got a little stuff bursting out of it, but that's okay. I don't know what kind of knife I got to cut this thing, but we'll figure it out in a minute. We'll figure it out in a minute. It's almost done, folks. We're going to come out with that sandwich, and then we're going to come out of the oven with that pie. We'll be back in 1 minute to show you how to do it.
My name's GB Harkins. What I appreciate most about St. Mike's was teaching me the foundation of how to be a student athlete, because that's something that I used throughout my life in high school and in college as well. And also, the family environment. It's a tight-knit group, and anytime I see somebody from St. Mike's out in public, whether it be working out or at the grocery store, even the most random places, go up to them, say hello, give them a hug. Went on to Central Catholic High School, and then I went on to attend Ursinus College, where I played lacrosse, and then I developed a career. First step was at ADP, and now I'm working at a company called Cryo Concept. So thank you, St. Mike's, for allowing me to attend your school for 8+ years. I started back in preschool up until 8th grade graduation. Taught me a lot of values, taught me how to be a compassionate individual, which I obviously still use throughout most of my life.
Okay, back here for the final product on that Abruzzi panini and that famous Pennsylvania German apple crumb quick dessert. Let's see how it's done. Okay, let's take the panini off the plate. We'll go over here to the cutting board. Oh, look at that. Mushrooms on the outside, kind of infusing it. And then I like to cut it on angle and kind of crimp it. There you go. Look at the inside of that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my word. This is so good, folks. You got to try this Abruzzi panini with the prosciutto and the mushrooms and whatever cheese of your delight. You can garnish that with obviously chips or something, or maybe some sort of Italian garnish or coleslaw. Hey, whatever suits your fancy. Right there's the panini. Let's see how our dessert from Lancaster County is coming out straight in from Amish country. Get the old hot plate here. Okay, it's a little on the dark side, but I like it like that. It's not too bad. There we go. We got the famous Pennsylvania Dutch dessert, and I want to see how it turned out. I might take a spoonful, and I don't mean to defile the whole thing, but let's see how she worked out in the center. And look at that. Real sauce. It's almost like applesauce. There's nothing worse than tasting a apple dessert, call it apple pie, whatever, and you're biting into poker chips. You know, this is what you want. You want that apple to be soft and tender, no oats, good and clean and smooth going down. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. Like the Pennsylvania Dutch used to say years ago, good looks don't last, good cooking does. This is Chef Mario from the Newburg Deli. I was glad to make you the Abruzzi sandwich and the beautiful quick and easy apple crumb dessert that anybody can do if you just stick to it. And I really appreciate you looking at the deli today. Come see us and try our world famous cheesesteaks. I'd love to shake your hand and meet you. Hope you're having a great day. And we'll see you next week. God bless you and your whole family and this great country of America. See you next time. Take care.
Hi, I'm Cliff with ABE Car Care Center. Do your brakes make noise? First thing in the morning when the car is cold, your first couple stops, that's normal. Today's brakes absorb moisture readily. You'll get a fine layer of rust on the rotors. Until you scrape it off, it's going to make some noise. But brakes that make noise after you're driving and when they get hot, there's something going on with those brakes. Does it pulsate when you stop? Is the pedal mushy feeling? You have to pump it to stop. Your brakes are in need of attention. Time to get them looked at.
Have you ever experienced water damage inside your home or business due to a leaky pipe or a slow drip behind a wall? Be smart. Stop the leak before it happens using the latest smart app technology. With SmartFlow Pro, your all-in-one water security system, you can monitor your pressure, water temperature, water flow, and detect leaks by phone, receiving emails, texts, or push notices, and use the automated shutoff to stop every drip from wherever you are. Are you ready for 2020? Keep your home or business 100% leak-free with SmartFlow Pro.
Looking for the best price on a mattress? Shop Mountain Mattress. Looking for the perfect mattress that fits your body? Shop Mountain Mattress. How about a Maxi Comfort lift chair? Shop Mountain Mattress. Or a Golden Companion scooter to get you anywhere? Shop Mountain Mattress. Mountain Mattress is located at 583 Morristown Drive in Bath, PA. Mountain Mattress is where friends send friends. Always shop Mountain Mattress, where the customer is always on top.